How are you guys doing on this Monday? Okay, so I have a message for you guys, and it was something that, like, I could have written it, but then I was just like, I don't know, like, sorry for all the likes. It felt like something that needed to come out in this way. So I'm just going to take a little seat, and it's short, my famous last words, and then it turns into like a 2-hour love stream, but for real this time, guys. Okay, so let me just get into the spot and then share with you guys this message. Okay, so something that I want to preface first. Let's just tag some people that okay. All right. So here's the preface. Many of you guys, and by the way, let me do a formal introduction of myself. For those of you who are new to me and my world and my channel, hello. My name is Dr. Stephanie Pierre, aka Siren Creatrix, which is one of my alter egos as a singer, songwriter, performance artist. And yeah, welcome to my world. If you're new in my world, please say hello so that I can also get to meet you and say hello back to you. I know that this online world is, the social media space it's very unique. And it's funny because just recently in one of my private Facebook groups, I was sharing just some requirements that, for being in my space, that is something quite radical in the online space, meaning that it's very common for, people to stalk and for people to not acknowledge each other because we have this ability to hide behind a screen. And, and although, of course, like, we take into account our environment, I also feel that it's like, I'm not for that. It's not something that, I think that it's something that is really not helping humanity, because social media is meant to be social. It's not, this is not a television, this is not, though people treat it as such, right? Like, they treat the the space like this is a television screen or a movie that they just get to watch. And whether, I don't feel that was the original intention, and so you get my drift. Say hello, be social, make connections. This is something that, this is for you. I'm giving you this guidance for you and for your brain and for your well-being. Not because I care what you think about me, or really do I care what you do with your life. I'm caring for you, and I'm sharing from my heart, and I'm sharing from my experience of the world that I want to see us live in, and how to navigate and evolve with the technology that we have, because I feel that technology is an incredible gift, and at the same time, technology also comes with all of its negative side effects. And so in order to be an intelligent user and not an abuser of technology, this is one way to go about it. Okay, off my soapbox on that. So here's the message. And also remember, when I share with you what I share with you, a lot of times I invite you, almost all the time actually, I invite you to look at what I'm saying as metaphor. Don't always take it so literal, okay? Because right now I'm going to give you an example of a parent, being a parent. So I want you to use that as a metaphor to what you are, perhaps how you are either parenting yourself, or perhaps that you are nurturing and parenting a business, a dream, anything that you're in relationship to. What would that be like if you were taking the approach of being a parent, of being somebody who is taking that wise, position of responsibility as well as deep care and nurturance for something that you really love and you care about. All right, here it goes. So something that I want you to remember as a parent is that your child is orchestrating their own reality just as much as you are. And I think something that can happen quite frequently is that as a parent, we think that, we totally take 110% responsibility and think that what our child is experiencing is like totally reliant upon us. Okay? And so this is not to take away your personal responsibility, but for you to, number one, get out of your ego, and number two, to realize how powerful your child actually is. And I want to give you this example. When a child is born, your child, for the most part, and this doesn't always happen, however, for the most part, just think about when a child is born, how that child commands a parent's attention almost 24/7. And not only do they command and call in everything that they require without doing very little, okay? A child doesn't do very much at all except for sleep and cry and eat and poop and pee. However, because they are this powerful, and what I mean by they're so connected to God, they're the closest thing from source and from spirit that we get on this planet. It's why people love babies. It's why we love children. It's why we have this incredible fixation with what is new and what is fresh. Now, hold that thought, because in our society and in our culture, this is not and I'm saying this in American society and culture, because this isn't something that I feel happens in Eastern cultures, in I would say a lot of Eastern cultures and or in indigenous cultures and tribes. The elderly are incredibly respected, so much more so than we are here in the United States of America. I cannot speak for Europe and some other more, I would say, first world countries. However, because they are that close to the other side, that elderly people also have incredible power. So coming back to children and how much power children have, because of they are that close to source and the other side, they're fresh. They are able to command parents' attention against parents' personal desires and will. Just think about if you've ever been a parent or if you've ever seen another parent, how willing they are to give up of their time, their energy, and their resources to supply for their child's well-being at the expense of their own well-being. And that is because children have power. And not only are they able to draw that power and that energy and that resource from their parents, they're able to do that from their grandparents, from their parents' friends, from family members, from so many other people. Just think about that for a moment, because that child is orchestrating and pulling in the experiences that they require to experience for their soul's purpose, for their soul's mission, and for their survival and their thrival. And at the other end of the spectrum, a lot of times children will also call in experiences that we might feel are horrible, that we might have judgment upon and be like, oh my God, that's so horrible. I can't believe that you had to experience that as a child, or we look down upon children that have perhaps traumatic experiences, and like as if that's a bad thing. But what you have to remember is that that child is experiencing everything that they want to experience for their soul's mission and purpose. So I want you to shift your perspective as a parent, and that understand that everything that your child is going through is being orchestrated by that child just as much as it is by you. Now, I want you to take this and apply this concept to the dreams, the desires, the wishes that you have for your life. And I want you to look at it as that dream as like a little child. And you being the parent, you being the custodian, you being the guardian of this dream. If you do not nurture and really listen and feed and nourish and take action on your dreams, on your desires, your goals, your missions, like you would a child, what do you think is going to happen to that dream or that goal? What's up? Debbie Brown is in the house. How are you, Debbie? I don't know what to tell you about Cham. You know how Cham is. Cham rolls how Cham rolls. I have delivered the message several times. He said he has your number. So, whatever sort of decision he's making about that, he's doing what he wants to do. But I really thank you for thinking about us. And so there is a thing to timing as well. So anyhow, so coming back to your dreams, your goals, your visions, if you don't take care of them, and you have to remember, like, if it's just beginning, right? It's like your business, right? It's like at the very beginning stages of your business is hungry. Your business needs you like a baby needs you in order to survive and get off of the ground. Something that I teach my clients, and that is a part of the Star Disco brand, Astro Magic and Fitness for Sexy Witches, as it pertains to Mars. Mars as a planet is very much about entrepreneurship as well as your business, and especially in the lives of women, because we're Venusian creatures, right? We're feminine beings, but the way that Mars actually operates in a woman's chart, we can look at Mars as an extension of as Mars being being an extension of a woman's eros and or Martian energy. Okay, and Mars has a 2-year cycle. So for a lot of businesses, that's why there's even this thing about if a business can make it past the first 2 years, it's viable. They have a viable business because that is the Mars cycle. Okay? So that's actually something that is really helpful for you to look back at, is look back when you first started a business and what were the first 2 years like? What were the challenges that you had to overcome? What were the actions that you were taking and or not taking? What are the lessons, or what were the perceived failures that you experienced? Because that speaks a lot to your own Martian embodiment, your Martian expression. What's up? How are you, Jean? And that's something that you can use as a way to really evaluate your own progress, your own how you take action and or you don't take action. And something for sure that we're going to be going into a lot deeper inside of Mars Moxie, my hybrid mastermind. So coming back to looking at your goals, looking at your visions, looking at your dreams, if you take the approach of, are you nurturing, and are you putting the time, and are you putting in the effort past what may be comfortable for you, past what may be convenient for you? That's what it requires for your dreams to actually have legs, for your dreams to actually have wheels of their own. Because if you're not doing that, just think about a child that you neglect, that you abandon, that you are just like, like imagine as a parent, if your child was crying in the middle of the night and you're just like, yeah, I'm just tired and I'm not going to nourish and feed you. How far do you think that that child is actually really going to be able to go and grow? Are you setting that child up for success? You have to think of your business and your goals, your dreams, and your desires in that very same way. Now, on the other, let me know if you're following me. Joey Dyer is in the house. What's up? Blessed, blessed. Love and positive vibes to you too. So at the same token, at a certain phase of your business's development, your goals, your dreams, and your desires, you can't baby your business forever. At a certain point, like after the first 2 years for sure, if you're not getting a return on your investment, if you're having a codependent relationship with your business, then that's definitely something that you need to look at and start to tweak and reevaluate, because that means that there's some enmeshment happening. You know, your business, yes, is always going to be hungry and is always going to be requiring fuel. What fuels your business is Mars, Martian energy. Okay, so I want you to start looking at that. I want you to start reflecting and let me know in the comments how this is, you know, what your takeaways are from this message today. Any questions that you may have. And this is a formal invitation if you want to join me in my high-level mastermind. It's actually a hybrid mastermind, Mars Moxie, Harlequin the Huntress. We begin, it's an 8-month mastermind. It's a rolling mastermind, but we're beginning on August 8th, and it's a 3-month minimum commitment to join with the option to join for the full 8 months. But these are things that we're going to be going into very deeply. Harlequin the Huntress, sextress of men, money, and mischief, and adventurous faces her fears head on. Your ultimate bandwidth makeover. So, yeah, if you have questions about that, reach out to me. And like I said, I would love for you to let me know what your takeaways were from this message here today. Any questions that you may have. And what's up? What else? That's it. That's what I got for you guys today. Mwah! Love and Stardust. Bye!